Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Pull on up a bar stool. It's time to have a me with all your friends, but if you have too many, be careful. I think you probably want to talk to the innkeep to get yourself a room here at the tavern because I don't think we want to see any four-horse pileups outside. I don't think that'd be good for business. So, what are we talking about today? Of course, the tavern, and I want to do an update on that to see what has happened since my last video. And of course, we'll talk, have I done well in this or have I done pretty bad? We'll also hit up, updates on strategy and what I'm doing there, what I think is a good idea, and what I'm going to continue to do. So we'll do all that in just a second. So what has happened since the tavern launch? Well, the answer is actually quite a bit. So first, let's hit, there were originally going to be 15,000 breweries to be able to mint whenever the tavern launched, and we have actually hit that cap about a week ago. Well, what has happened with that? So originally that was the soft cap. They were going to sell more breweries eventually, but there was no determination on that. So the real issue is that they had no way for you and I to sell our breweries to other people. They never turned that on. And the reasoning behind that was they don't have a way to do that for mead. They were in works with NF Trade, and it just never has panned out. I haven't seen an actual answer as to what's going on, but they are continuing to work a solution for that, possibly with releasing their own trading platform to solve this issue. Now, because they didn't have that released, it puts a little bit of sell pressure because you can no longer buy breweries. And essentially, what happened was they let everybody know this, the community got to vote, and the end result is wait till they get that implemented, but also release a handful more breweries, not really a handful, 5,000 for the first batch. And I'm going to show you the graphic here. So basically, each batch increases in the amount of mead you have to spend. But this current batch we're on is the second batch, and it's 110 mead for this batch. So it'll continue like this, I suppose. We haven't heard any other updates on, releasing a platform for us to sell our breweries on, but that's where we are. So we're just waiting, and people can still buy breweries at a still reasonable price. So I had a few people ask me how I did with the tavern, and I wanted to just go ahead and bring it out and mention it. Uh, Basically, I got in on pre-mint, so I didn't get lucky and get the whitelist with the X mead, but I got in right in the middle. Got my pre-mint breweries, 5 of them, 100 apiece, so I'm invested with 500 in the beginning, and then launch occurred. And at launch, I actually bought a little bit of mead at about $4 average price for those, and so did okay there. But what I did was I actually wanted to get into the staking pool because I do like those, at least in the beginning, a lot of these platforms. So made a little bit more mead there. Nothing huge, but made a little bit extra there. But I unstaked over a week ago because some of the price action had me scared on impermanent loss. Don't want to see that happen with your LPs. And thus pulled that out, sold the mead. And all in all, I have also pulled a lot of my mead out of 3 of my breweries. And so right now I'm sitting at about double what I put in. So I've already made return on investment, or really break even and return on investment. So have doubled my money and now back and still continuing to pull passive income. Now I say all this to lead up to, I'm going to show at the end of this video, I'm just going to show my actual next step as a part of the strategy, where I'm going to go and actually upgrade 2 of my breweries to level 2. And then they'll be making, instead of 2 mead a day, they'll be making 3 mead a day to continue with some of the income. Now, I say all this again because if I had just listened to others, because getting in early is important, but meeting your actual break-even numbers is also important, pulling your money out as fast as possible. If I just listened to some of my friends in the Sleep Money Club, I would actually be at higher numbers than I am now. And so you might be asking, what is the Sleep Money Club? And I'm going to tell you that now. Sleep Money Club is a great place to talk passive income with like-minded people such as yourself. I'm in there every day talking stocks, crypto, node projects, mining, and even more. We have some cool giveaways for new projects for the members. You can come chat directly with me or the founders of the club, Decade Investor, and your friend Andy. If you're interested in this, please check out my link in the description, and I hope to see you there. So I wanted to do a quick look at the website because I've done some beautiful UI stuff over the past few weeks, and this is the latest. So this has kind of gotten redesigned. So you've already seen this if you're in here. If you haven't, beautiful design here with all the information over on the side. how much mead you have in your wallet, so your whole wallet balance for USDC as well. The tavern general stats to include the mead price right here. Brewer, that's a hard word. Brewer's reputation is right here to tell you how much reputation you have, which affects your tax, your claim tax rate. Of course, you can buy a brewery here or your home kit if you so choose. Now, if you come to overview, this gives you your overview as far as your wallet for the tavern. So you can see my pending mead, my 5 breweries that I mentioned are earning 10, and we're going to update that in just a minute to get some tier 2s to earn me an additional mead for each brewery that I upgrade. I don't have any home kits, but that's where they would be. So, of course, my inventory is here. I've actually claimed all 3 of these, and these 2 are the ones that I'm fixing to do the upgrade on. Look at that ticking away. You got your XP here. So that XP needs to hit right there, 1,209,600 for me to hit tier 2, which is what I'm going for. And we'll talk strat right after I get done doing this so you can know why and where I'm going with this beyond just this minute. So let's quickly look at the store so I can come back and do the rest of that in a moment. So the store has got several items, but there's really 2 types. There are items, in this case, these 2, the reinforced vats and metal kegs. Those increase your production rate. So how much mead you make per day in 5% or 10%. And you can only have 1 per brewer. You can't stack these, not both of them. The other 3 here focus on reducing your fermentation period on your brewery. So you can choose 5, 10, or 15% reduction. So you can buy those and attach them. I decided and opted not to do them because price-wise, it takes a long time to get back to make that mead back for some of these. So I opted not to. Now, they have skins, so it blows my mind. You can see pricing here. You know, you're getting up into thousands here and even crazier, 5,000 mead for this awesome looking skin, albeit it looks great, but I can't spend $25,000 for a skin for one of my breweries. I just can't do it because it offers no other use case. So I do hope that they do something else with these. I think that'd be pretty cool. And if I'm not judging you if you got yours, if you have yours and you love it and you're doing well, that's your thing. So no judgment on that. It's just I can't see myself doing this. I just can't do it with my money. So lastly, staking. So again, I was staked on here. Had my mead staked in here. Claim your rewards. It'll have your pending mead that's available that you're earning, and really good APR still on this. So I mean it's great. I was suffering that impermanent loss for a little bit. It went back up, and I decided I got to get out of this thing. So of course you got your creation here. You can do it all in one thing. You can zap it right there. That's through Trader Joe, and you got your deposit, your withdrawal. But the last thing, they just did this. It wasn't available whenever I got in. You can convert your LP that you have staked. You have to have it held for 3 days, but you can convert it straight into a brewery. And even better, there's a discount. So really cool that you can take this and get a way cheaper price because right now it's we'll say $5 to round up, so that's 500, and it's actually 110, so it's 550 bucks if you go just through buying it with mead. This takes down 25% additional, so you're only spending 380 bucks versus the 550 here. And actually, if you bought the LP the other way, the LP still doesn't get you this discount if you use the LP in the creation section at the very beginning that we showed you. So anyways, pretty cool. I like what they're doing here with this. This is a pretty cool option for you to get in and have another use case for your LP if you don't want to just pull it out. You know, you make some mead and then you decide, I'll just take a brewery now. So, all right, let me show you my upgrade because that's really the only other reason we're in here. And I'm looking forward to it, and we'll do that once this hits in a second, so I'll cut for a minute. So we are just about to hit the mark we need. So we're waiting on that nice XP value to hit. Now, I am going to give it a second because I want to see this tick over to 56 just to feel really good. There it is. All right. Both of these are where I want them to be. So what we're going to do now is we're going to claim individually on these. So I'm going to claim this one. And here we go. Wow, gas is expensive, isn't it? So we'll burn through these. I might skip because I'm doing this on my ledger and of course it's going to take some time. So we'll be right back and I'll show you that these have upgraded and all that through the tiers and go from there. All right, so back to it. You can see I did my claims on both of them. They're both now tier 2, which means that they're earning 3 mead a day. So pretty cool. That's the upgrade I'm doing. This ties into the strat, which is what I'll talk to next. So originally I did both of these claims, and again, I wish I had gone and pulled out as soon as I could have hit break even way back, but I didn't do that. I had a strategy in my mind, and it was very much a trying to get more out of it, or very, very risky, probably irrational strategy with all these. So I wouldn't say do it. But the whole point is just pull it out earlier. I was trying to tier up more of my breweries and got level headed and pulled out of here. So going forward, my strategy, now that I'm stuck here, I'm at break even and making money off of this. My intent is probably to wait for these fermentation periods to hit again and wait for these to get enough XP as well to level up all of these tiers on these 3 breweries to tier 2, because it's actually not that far away. I've got 9, 10, so I've got 10 days maxed. And just so you know, it's about 28 days total from buying a brewery and not claiming to get past 14 days of fermentation. And I'm going the wrong way, I know, in the camera. And then another 14 days after you've finished fermentation to get level 2. And then at that point, you could claim and you would hit level 2. Now, that means that I've got, if you look at the bars, I've got maybe 33% left. It's kind of hard to see here, all of them, but this is a little bit less, but this one's about 33%. So 33% shouldn't be too long. I've got 9 days left on that one, 10 on the others. So you're really only talking, probably doing fuzzy math in my head now, 30%, 14. So really it's probably only about 14 days left on these total, counting the 10 with the fermentation. So not long. So that's my strategy right now. Now for these bottom 2, I haven't made a determination on what I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to claim along the way because it takes you a full 28 days uh, after fermentation in order to hit level 3. So in this situation, I've got 28 days plus about 14 left, and I know that I'm not going to wait that long to claim. So there is a potential as well, I'll say, that I may take these 2 and I may compound once I've actually let these go up. So I guess strategy, step 1, since I've said a lot here, step 1 will probably be to let these hit the point of reaching tier 2 before I make any claims, and then I'll claim. And then these 2, this should follow thereafter. I'll wait till I have enough and I'll do a compound to get another brewery. So I think that's it. There's nothing too complicated about this. With the 2 that I just claimed on down here, I've added another $400. So at this point, I am nearly 3 times what I put in. So all in all, I've made about $1,000+ off of this, which has been great. So now that being said, again, reminder, I'm not telling you guys that you should get into this right now. If it were me, I would not buy into this too late. I'm being upfront and honest, as I've always said I'm going to be on these videos. So I like the project, but I don't know if the team has some major plans going on. I haven't talked to the team. I haven't seen a roadmap to tell me that they have a lot of use cases coming up for this platform. Now, that doesn't mean it's not going to do well, but I just don't know. So right now, I wouldn't feel comfortable getting in, but that doesn't mean that you aren't going to feel comfortable getting in. And this video's intent was just to show you what's happening, where they are, where I am with the project, and that's it. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you got something out of it, and I will see you all next time.